Welcome along to Richmond International Raceway. We're here for round 8, and it was supposed to be on Mother's Day. Have no idea what day it is. It's sometime a couple days after. It has been a long wait to get this race underway. Weather has affected the race weekend, and the starting grid will reflect that as the field is set by owner points. Luke Martin again is on pole. He leads the championship by 27 points or so over Jake Bassinger. I can't quite remember, I might be wrong, but Bassinger and Shelley, they're second and third in points, right on top of each other. Matthew Rodriguez came up winning at Road Atlanta, and Rodriguez is going to start fourth after moving up the point standings. He's got a good starting position for this race. His teammate Eric DeMax is down in fifth. Dylan Schwellenberg, he did not fare too well at Road Atlanta, had some troubles there, and he'll start sixth today. Let's run you through some news headlines. Jordan Davis and Bryce Baller, that penalty has been assessed, and the final word is that both the individuals have been suspended from the FBRL. Jordan Davis, the defending three-time champion, is no longer on the grid. Turner Performance has hired on Zach Rogers to fill the duties of the 99 car, and Rogers will start 8th today. Bryce Ballard, no longer the team owner for Yamp Motorsports. Shane Sides, technical director, has moved up as the team leader for Yamp Motorsports. So, as we get set and ready for Richmond, 150 laps of racing today, short track racing. Will this be another race where we see chaotic racing? Because tempers are ought to flare here. We're about to find out. Let's get down in racing. As the field gets set and ready to take the green flag, Luke Martin and CM Racing, they've had a phenomenal season so far, and Martin getting set and ready to lead us to the green. We are racing finally at Richmond. Down the back straightaway for the first time, Martin gets away very well. James Shelley trying to move his way up to second past his teammate. The inside line rolling very well in the opening lap. Martin leads lap 1. 5 laps in, and Eric DeMax is on the move. He has been a hard charger, and he drove it in deep there in turn 3. Got to the back bumper, just not enough to make a move on him. DeMax to the inside, trying to take the race lead here at Richmond. Will he send it on Luke Martin? You know Eric DeMax will. There he goes. The Go Bowling Toyota is going to the lead. James Shelley going to try and follow him. Dylan Schwellenberg's there too. One driver that really did not fare in the opening laps. It is Jake Bassinger, the 97. He is jumping back, but I got to give a tip of the cap to Jeff James and crew. Jeff James and crew, they have done a phenomenal job in that 34 car, and they're inside the top 10 in points, so they've had a very good season. Martin, in the 0 car, really not getting up and going. Martin got a good jump there at the start, but was not able to pull the gap, and he's under attack for 3rd place too. The Curtis Racing duo of DJ Curtis and Cody Lamas, they're on the move. Further back goes Zach Rogers, his first race replacing Jordan Davis. He caught the wall, and Rogers seems like he is having an ill-handling race car, getting into the corners and getting off the corner. Same with Jesse Turner. Turner started up high. They are both dropped out of the top 10. Jeffrey Lynn to the inside of Jeff James. Horizon Group knows they're very good on the short tracks. They did very well at Martinsville last year. Jeffrey Lynn nearly stole a win for the 2019 round 28 of Martinsville. He was so quick there. Jeffrey Lynn has high hopes to do well here tonight here at Richmond. He moved to the inside of Jeff James. Jake Bassinger, that fell back on the early going. He's trying to march his way to the inside there. Further back, the Allen Family Racing Team drivers of Ryan Acosta and Ryan Griffin. They're trying to make their way into the top 10. Jordan Fisher, Dejon Weeks, Kyle Collins, making up some of the drivers outside of the top 10. A little further back, Chris Dodd down in 17th. Zach Rogers, Bobby Jones, Jesse Turner. Contact there with Turner. Wow, 4 wide. Caleb Hoffman's there. Hayden Klein nearly contact. They're beating and banging with each other on the back straightaway. Turner gets shoved up high, and wow. Well, the Turner Performance drivers are really struggling on the opening going. Turner getting ping-ponged around on the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Eric DeMax has been pulling the gap nearly about a second and a half on James Shelley, Dylan Schwellenberg, Matthew Rodriguez, and Luke Martin, the top 5. Jeffrey Lynn trying to run down Martin. Jake Bassinger, Curtis Acosta now on Jeff James. And there's the 43 and the 4 racing side by side. Ryan Griffin, last year's winner here at Richmond, trying to make his presence known inside the top 10. Digging hard on the inside of the 4. Ryan Griffin has been able to make a pass here on Jeff James. Dejon Weeks trying to follow him through. And 3 wide further back, Jordan Fisher, Cody Lamas, and Kyle Collins racing hard with each other. But Griffin came in this race hopeful that he can make something happen for this race week. And remember, he won here last year. And Griffin and Dejon Weeks, they were very fast here at Richmond in the 2019 race. And they're hoping to have something to say about it in the 2020 race here tonight. Luke Martin, though, in the 0 car is continuing to drop through the field. Jake Bassinger and Luke Martin, they started on the front row together, but they have continued to drop positions. Bassinger trying to recover, but Martin in the 0, he's going to have to make some adjustments on pit stops because he just dropped outside the top 5. Jeffrey Lynn's up to 5th. Martin's going to lose 6th to Curtis. Bassinger probably going to get 7th away from him as well. Some other drivers that are probably going to have to make some adjustments. Like we mentioned earlier, Jesse Turner down to 24th, really struggling with his handling of his race car. He won at Martinsville last year, and so we know Turner's good on the short tracks, but tonight, that car is just not underneath of him right now. He's going to have to make some big swings. Race for 3rd position, Matthew Rodriguez trying to pin Dylan Schwellenberg behind Brandon Morris, and he's going to be able to do so. He pins the 88 behind the 66, and Rodriguez is up to 3rd place. Problems for Chris Dodd. Chris Dodd has blew the motor, and he's going to come across Caleb Hoffman. Hoffman, Fitzwater, oh, Jesse Turner, Carson Scott get a piece of that as well. And Chris Dodd's going to be the first retiree of the night. That 44 Dodge blew up in the middle of the back straightaway, and he just could not see where he was going, trying to get the inside, and came across Caleb Hoffman's bumper. Here it is again, just down the back straightaway, and Dodge tried to get pit road, but there was the 20. And Fitzwater got a big piece of that. Fitzwater might retire out of the race. Scott Turner got a good bit of that as well. But Chris Dodd, for 2 weeks in a row, is going to finish dead last. Well, everyone came down pit road, got some tires and gas. As we come back to the line, it'll be lap 40 out of 150. We got about 111 laps to go. DeMax leads Shelley, Rodriguez, Schwellenberg, and Jeffrey Lynn. We're back in racing, but we got some lap cars that were on pit road for a long time there, and then some drivers that did get lapped. So we're 3 wide around lap cars on the top side. Some drivers are going to be trying to get these smart, like Ryan Acosta, to try and get the inside. The lap cars are in the way. This is going to be very nerve-wracking. Schwellenberg's held up behind. Zachary Fitzwater, Dejon Weeks up the middle on the lap cars. And this might be the first time all season Dejon Weeks has been able to make this work and get around the lap cars. Wow, Dejon Weeks really made that work to his advantage. He just squirted out in the middle. There goes Dylan Schwellenberg past Fitzwater. There's the, contact. Oh, Jake Bassinger, Jordan Fisher. Oh, hard to the wall. And Bassinger, that's a hard hit for Bassinger. Jeff James is involved. Jordan Fisher was in there. A big crash down in turn 1. It's the big one here at Richmond. Many cars piled up down on the inside in turn 1. And Jake Bassinger took a heck of a ride and a hard lick into the outside wall, and he flipped down in turn 1. To really gauge what was happening, you had to just look at this. Lap cars everywhere, they're kind of off the pace. Jake Bassinger, there he is in the middle, but Jordan Fisher's going to come on. Bassinger tries to go up the middle, and Brandon Morris turns him into Lamas, but Fisher's there, and they hook down into the wall, and Bassinger rides it into the barrier, gets flipped over. Caleb Hoffman, John Hart, Bobby Jones, Jack Halleck. There's Johnny Gardner, Bradley Bishop Jr., Dom Capps, Vance Caldwell. A lot of drivers were involved in that one. This was a hard hit. Right here, Bassinger and Fisher, they hook, and they just cannot get disconnected in the wall, and hard in the outside wall. Man, that was a vicious lick for Jake Bassinger because that roof just went slamming in the barrier. Gonna get another view of it. Just, hooked into Brandon Morris, and then both the 97 and the 2 got together into the inside wall, and right there. That was a hard hit. Hayden Klein did a great job to avoid that. Hayden Klein threaded a needle. We're going to get an onboard of that. Hayden Klein, I don't know how he missed this one. Oh, that's such a hard hit from Assinger. Just went right up the middle of shoot the gap. But man, was that a hard hit from Assinger. On board with John Arndt. Really nowhere he could have gone. And John Arndt is going to fall out of the race. This is going to be one heck of a ride. We're on board with Jake Bassinger. He took a heck of a lick, man. That was a vicious lick into the outside wall. Well, this is going to be very interesting because, look, Jeffrey Lynn, Ryan Acosta, Cody Lamas, Kyle Collins, Zach Rogers, one of the Red Bulls, Zach Rogers, they all stayed out here. While there's other drivers that have pitted, many of the drivers have pitted. Oh, Eric DeMax, Luke Martin nearly made contact, but the leaders are all on pit road. However, some drivers chose to stay out. Well, as we come back to the restart, Jeffrey Lynn is your leader over Ryan Acosta, Cody Lamas, Kyle Collins, Zach Rogers, Charles Sanford, Vince Freeze, Richard Johnson. Everyone else pitted, but James Sorfox, Zane Davidson, Alexander Rowe, Don Capps, those guys did stay out, but they did not catch up in time to Eric DeMax. Eric DeMax was first off pit road, but this is going to be carnage to deal with all race if we have restarts. These guys are going to be tough to deal with, these lap cars are, like Fitzwater. Fitzwater's got major hood damage. Joshua Michaels, these guys are going to be very hard to get around with. Kyle Collins gets the inside there. But further up, the front three break away from all that mess in the back. Jeffrey Lynn, Ryan Acosta, and Cody Lamas are out front of it. Here's the big scramble that everyone's going to be looking at. Everyone just making sure, tiptoeing around these lap cars, making sure they're not involved in something, but we might be involved in something here. Fitzwater's shoved up forward by Eric DeMax, and Matt Rodriguez and the team cars are right there nearly beating off each other. There they go. Dylan Schwellenberg is spun, and the 9 of Rodriguez is involved. James Silverfox is in it too, and there's Vance Godwell. And that all happened when Eric DeMax put Fitzwater 4 wide. Here it is again. You can see that DeMax was thinking about it, and he did. He went right up the middle, and there was Schwellenberg, Rodriguez, and those 4 drivers coming off the corner just all fighting for the same real estate. And there went the 88, the 9, the 05 got a piece of it. Curtis was lucky to get away from that, and Codwell comes onto the scene and slams through the door of Schwellenberg. Well, this is going to be interesting to see. Pit stops are underway. Everyone that didn't pit is coming down to pit, but importantly, everyone that had pitted a couple laps earlier is also on pit road. Nobody is staying out. Everybody is coming down pit road, so this is a beautiful strategy for everyone that did stay out. Cody Lamas, Jeffrey Lynn, Ryan Acosta, Zach Rogers, everyone that was not at the front of the field, they are at the front of the field now due to strategy. That strategy played off perfectly. Everybody's going to be on the same call. Man, that worked to perfection for those guys. Excuse me, but what? Hayden Klein is in second. All right. Hayden Klein has used strategy to his perfection tonight and is in second place on the same call as everyone else. Jeffrey Lynn, Hayden Klein, Zach Rogers, Charles Sanford, and Vince Freeze. What a top 5 we have here at Richmond. Fitzwater again, but he being put 4 wide by the lap cars. Vince Freeze dove out of that. Bouchard takes Fitzwater to the wall. Here comes Lamas to the inside. He's got fresh tires. And man, Vince Freeze is getting shoved around. Here comes Kyle Collins the inside of him. There's Richard Johnson, the 2 lap cars the inside, bogging down Ryan Acosta. There's the 43 of Ryan Griffin. Zayden Davidson's on the same lap as everyone else. He's on the lead lap. Tom Capps is on the lead lap. there's Eric to Max, and they're all over each other trying to get around the lap cars. Oh, but Ryan Acosta's all over Doug Lockrow. That was near disaster. Vince Freeze, his great strategy to get up to the front, really not paying off for him. He is stuck behind lap cars and getting shoved around. Whoa, Richard Johnson! Nearly, look at them all over each other. They're 4 wide. Brandon Morris way up high, trying to stay out of it. There's Dejon Weeks there. Eric DeMax trying to fight his way back to front. Vince Freeze just very sideways in front of Luke Martin as they continue to race so hard with each other, trying to stay up with each other, trying to keep from wrecking their equipment. Up front where it matters the most, Jeffrey Lynn is out front. Hayden Klein second. Cody Lamas is third. And battle for 4th place, Charles Sanford trying to get around the outside of the 99 of Zach Rogers, but Rogers not having none of that. Sanford with a bold move around the outside of Rogers, but it's not going to work for him. Rogers holds on, and Ryan Acosta gets past Collins, and Acosta's got to be licking his chops tonight, thinking he's got a chance at this. Moves his way up to 6th place. And how about Zayden Davidson? There he is in a great position there at 8th. 9th is Eric DeMax, and Dejon Weeks in the top 10 as they continue to race so hard farther in the back of the field. Cody Lamas works his way around Hayden Klein, and now Lamas only has Jeffrey Lynn to deal with. Here comes Ryan Acosta to the inside of Charles Sanford. Acosta's got a very fast dodge tonight. He sails up the inside of Sanford, trying to make a move on Rogers, but Rogers closed the door. But Acosta, he's got such a good car. He can exit so much better than everybody and also drive it in better, but he's just not able to make the move on Rogers for now. But, whoa, Rogers slides there. Rogers' car has been loose all night, and that allows the 45 to get underneath of him and make a pass. We got a battle for the race lead. Cody Lamas has ran down Jeffrey Lynn. Jeffrey Lynn, really a good short track racer. He knows how to get around on the short tracks, and he's got Cody Lamas for company. Cody Lamas has not visited victory lane since 2016 at California. That is his one and only career win. Jeffrey Lynn's a 6-time winner in the Sony Cup Series. Both drivers really not the faces you would come to see at the front of the pack with their cars, but they're doing a really good job with the and the team has played strategy to their game here, and they have a good chance tonight to make something happen. We're closing up on halfway in the race. Ryan Acosta has moved past Hayden Klein for 3rd. Eric DeMax is whoa! DeMax is hungry to get back to the front. He was dominating the race at the very beginning, but he got put to the back by strategy, and he's been trying to claw his way back to the front, and he about clawed the 86 out of the race. He about turned him into the inside wall. Collins still holds firm into 7th place. Cody Lamas with a big move to the inside. Is he going to send it? Yes, he will. To the inside of Jeffrey Lynn, and Lamas in his low Chevy trying to take the lead here, and Cody Lamas to the point, but Ryan Acosta, he's got a very fast 45 Dodge, and he is going to make that 4-car try and do all he can. Ryan Acosta and that team, you know, Allen Family Racing Team, they have good cars, and the 45 Dodge looking to go back to victory lane again for the 2nd time this season, but Lamas and Lynn looking to break pretty good long winless streaks tonight here at Richmond. Gonna take you through the field light quick. Hayden Klein and Zach Rogers. That's a good driver to try and follow if you're Zach Rogers. Rogers, he has had a year experience, but this was years back for Zach Rogers. It's been about 10 seasons since Rogers has been in the Sony Cup Series car. He's been driving his own car for this season in the back of the field, but Rogers got tapped to drive for the Turn Performance, and he's doing the best of it. The team got him where it needed to be, and he's holding strong now. He fell back early on, but he has gotten the handle of it now. To the inside of Hayden Klein for 4th place, and further back, Charles Sanford 6th, Kyle Collins is in 7th, 8th is Eric DeMax, 9th Zayden Davidson, 10th Dejon Weeks, and Dylan Young has came from 31st up to 11th place. Then it's James Shelley, DJ Curtis, Jesse Tonner's actually rebounded to 14th. Luke Martin, the championship leader, is down in 15th place. The car really just has not been underneath of him very well all tonight. He's hoping to rebound and get back in the top 10. Richard Johnson, Alexander Rowe, Ryan Griffin. This is a name we didn't expect to be down here, but they went the wrong way on adjustments for that 43 car. Dom Capps, Sean Harpo making up the top 20. Then it's Bobby Jones, Jeff James, Vince Freeze, Caleb Hoffman, Hannah Allen, Carson Scott, Jordan Fisher, Bradley Bishop Jr., Matthew Rodriguez, James Silverfox with the 77, and then, wow, hold up. Yeah, he's the last car in the lead lap. Dylan Schrellenberg, who comes in this race sixth in the points, is down in 36th place. So this has been a miserable night for the 88. 2 weeks in a row, bad runs for the 88 team. Cody Lamas has done a great job so far to hold off Ryan Acosta. They're pulling away from Jeffrey Lynn. But Cody Lamas, what a night he's having so far to be up front and actually being pretty firm at the front. He is not resisting the lead right now. And Acosta is doing everything he can to try and get around him. He's actually working the top side in a little bit, trying to get a run off the corner that can make him dive up the inside on Cody Lamas. Here he is. Hey, there he is. That's exactly what he's trying to do. Trying to run the high side, get a run on the high side, and dive it back to the inside, heading off into the corner. But they're going to come up on lap cars. Oh, here he comes. Gonna try and give him the bumper a little bit, but Acosta to the inside of Cody Lamas. Lap car just up ahead, the 88 and the 22, and Ron Acosta's gonna take the race lead. Hayden Klein had been running inside the top 5 and holding his own for a while, but Eric Tamax, Dejon Weeks, and now Zayden Davidson have been able to scoop him up from the inside and shoot him back a few positions. Charles Sanford's hoping to do the same thing. Kyle Collins is there. DJ Curtis, Jesse Turner, Dylan Young, Shelly, Martin. They have all joined the frame here. They're trying to get back in the top 10. They're right on the heels of Kyle Collins. And here comes Eric DeMax, the inside of Zach Rogers. This is a race for 4th place. And DeMax is going to get him. Zayden Davidson, what a night for him. This has been a great season for him in some ways. And Rogers is going to get shoved way up high with Dejon Weeks. But Davidson, the point standings really does not show the effort the 13 team and even the 38 team for that matter have done for this season. Weeks has been so strong but just not had the finishes. Zayden Davidson's been the same way. He was running inside the top 5 in Las Vegas, had to pit late in the going. And Davidson, he has had some good runs this season but just not able to show it at the finish. He's hoping to do so tonight. But the 13 team, he is up to 5th place for Hero Motorsports. A great night for Zayden Davidson. Cody Lamas is losing touch with Ryan Acosta. About 2 seconds down the road from Acosta, Cody Lamas is going to have to regroup. There's going to be another pit stop down the road here, and that is where you're going to need to make the right adjustments to be better than your opponent later in the race. But Ryan Acosta, looking for his 7th win in the Sony Cup Series. Further back, the lap car of Dylan Schrellenberg is really holding up Charles Sanford. Sanford has fell outside the top 10. Dylan Young has worked his way in the top 10 as they ride the high side there. Wow, really a change of pace here. But Shelley, 71 car has hit the wall somewhere. Shelley comes in this race 3rd in the points and needs to stay in the top 10, and for more so, to beat that 0 car of Luke Martin and try and gain some points on him in the championship fight. Eric DeMax has caught and ran down Jeffrey Lynn, and Jeffrey Lynn, he has not been that good on the long run, and Jeffrey Lynn and team gonna have to make some adjustments on that because the way it's running, it might be a long run all the way to the end because they're gonna have to make pit stops here soon. DeMax, who was very good early on, is back up to 3rd place, gonna try and run the leaders down. Davidson looking for 4th. DJ Curtis to the inside of Zach Rogers. Rogers, this run has been a lot better than the run earlier. Same with Jesse Turner, even with the damage there. Bobby Jones in the 98, so lap down, he has pitted, but you can see how tires are a big advantage for you. With the damage the 98 has, Jones is just able to drive it off in the corner and get a better exit as well. But Curtis drives past the 99 to Zach Rogers. You can see he's still very loose, Rogers is. Turner gonna try and get around him for 8th place there. But further back, Dylan Young has dropped out of the top 10. I believe Young has pitted, so green flag pit stops are about to happen. Luke Martin entering the top 10 again. The leaders are on pit road. Jeffrey Lynn, though, he stays out. Jeffrey Lynn, who took over the race lead after staying out. He and DJ Curtis, Jesse Tunner, Luke Martin. There's Kyle Collins. Collins stays out. Collins stayed out quite a bit longer than everyone else. He is now on pit road, and the leaders should be cycling out. Problems for Zayden Davidson. Zayden Davidson, he was running in the top 5, and he has crashed. Here's how it happened. Dylan Schwellenberg coming out from pit road, hit the 13 there, but he was returning the racetrack. I'm going to have to get a better view of that. But Zayden Davidson running in 4th place. Dylan Schwellenberg returning the racetrack. Not much Schwellenberg could have done, but man. Zayden Davidson ran up on him, and they made contact. And Davidson keeps on going and comes back to the line inside the top 10. Doesn't lose much positions, but that damage is going to be pretty severe. All right, this is interesting. So we're on lap 118 out of 150. These teams believe they can make it without having to pit again. So Acosta leads over the 4 of Cody Lamas. There he is. And then Eric DeMax, Dejon Weeks, Dylan Young, Jeffrey Lynn, Zayden Davidson's there in 7th. Bobby Jones, in that race car, he pitted early. He's there in 8th. Jesse Tunner and Cheryl Sanford, the top 10. This is going to shake things up tremendously. That was your top 10 has become to less than 30 laps to go. Only 16 drivers on the lead lap. Fitz Breeze, and how about that? Ryan Griffin is a lap down. Kyle Collins is as well. I just seen that. But we're back in racing again. Cody Lamas with a great jump. He is right there with Ryan Acosta. Oh, contact from the back though. The 05 car of Alexander Rowe. Alexander Rowe just piled the outside wall. Here it is, Zachary Fitzwater went to the inside, and Fitzwater and Rowe not even racing for the same position. And Rowe was the last of the leaders on the lead lap. And Alexander Rowe gonna keep on going. There is no caution for that. A very orderly restart for everybody. Nobody really running over each other like the last few restarts. We expected maybe some carnage here. We did see some in the back, but nobody really running over each other. Everybody kind of playing P's and Q's right now, just minding their own. But further up, Cody Lamas hunting down the 45 of Ryan Acosta. Ryan Griffin trying to get his lap back in the 43, trying to work on the 4 car to the inside of Cody Lamas. Lamas does not need anybody racing him, especially a lap car, but Griffin is entitled to try and get his lap back and try and get back on the lead lap, because if a caution comes out, he can get back up there and race for positions. So Griffin trying to get to the inside of the 4 and trying to pass Ryan Acosta, but Eric DeMax is closing here. Eric DeMax is going to try and get up here and mess with the leaders. He's going to try and take 2nd from Lamas. Lamas trying to get a run on the high side, trying to defend the 10 car, but Eric DeMax has had a good car all night. He's going to try and send it on Lamas, and there he goes. And Ryan Griffin messed with the 4 car enough to allow Eric DeMax to enter the frame. There's Dejon Weeks, Jeffrey Lynn, Dylan Young. They're back there and in prime position to try and make a run at this for the win, but the 43 and the 45 skipping away. This is the kind of night you need to have. Luke Martin, he has just not had the best car all day, but here he is in 7th place. 8th place is Churro Sanford. 9th is DJ Curtis. Just worked his way around Zayden Davidson, who has dropped down to 10th. But Martin, a title night, really. These are the kind of nights you need to have when you do not have the best car to be able to maximize your points the most you can. And in the top 5, or in the top 10, he's running there in 7th. The battle for 2nd place continues to rage on. Dejon Weeks, Jeffrey Lynn, Dylan Young, they are there. And this is allowing Ryan Acosta to try and pull the gap. And Acosta's loving every bit of this. 20 laps to go. And here comes Griffin, making a move to the inside. Griffin trying to get his lap back. And teammate or not, he wants to get that lap back, because if a caution were to come out, he can go from 17th to try and better his position up the grid. And Griffin, last year's winner, not going to be a winner tonight unless something incredible happened to bring him back on the round on the tail end of the lead lap there. But Griffin passes the 45. Eric DeMax has passed the 4. Eric DeMax has had a good car all day. Same with Acosta. Can Eric DeMax get up there and try and make a pass to win this race tonight? With about 12 laps to go, Eric DeMax has cut the lead down to about half a second. Ryan Acosta has not been able to get away and hang with his teammate of Ryan Griffin. Ryan Acosta possibly struggling a little bit with the long run of a car. And Acosta, that gap between him and DeMax continues to close. And DeMax, he is bringing many people with him. Cody Lamas is still there. Jeffrey Lynn is still there. Dejon Weeks is right there as well. Nobody is getting away. Everybody is right on top of each other. Top 4 are within a second with 10 laps to go. Lap cars could be a factor in this race as he dives to the inside of James Silverfox. And here comes a move from Jeffrey Lynn. Lynn to the inside of Cody Lamas. Lamas really not having the car, it seems, in this run. He lost 2 positions in this run to DeMax, and now Jeffrey Lynn. Lynn, the inside, made that pass work. But man, this could be anyone's race right now with 8 laps to go. Fitzwater getting in the way. This is where the action starts to heat up. They have ran up on Ryan Acosta. And Ryan Acosta is saying, you gotta be kidding me. And that AutoZone Dodge, the 05 of Alexander Rowe has blown up. And further back for second place, Jeffrey Lynn trying to pick off another race car. Lynn trying to get second place away from Eric DeMax. Cody Lamas is hoping to get up there and try and snake by the 10 car. But Jeffrey Lynn, it's been since 2018 at Springfield. And Jeffrey Lynn's hoping to get back to victory lane as he moves up to second place with 6 laps of racing to go. Jeffrey Lynn has Horizon Group Dodge. Where is the move going to come from him? Eric DeMax is there, Cody Lamas is there, Dejon Weeks. All of these drivers, top 5, within 1 second of each other. This is where it all happens. 5 laps of racing to go. Jeffrey Lynn goes high. Here comes Eric DeMax to the inside of Lynn. Now Jeffrey Lynn bobbled there, but he's going to get the run on the high side. Jeffrey Lynn cannot afford any mistakes like that. Cody Lamas goes up high, possibly trying to find some grip to try and make a run on these guys. Ryan Acosta has been very criticized by the media that in the last few years that he has been known to crack under pressure. Well, he finally broke a winless streak at California this year. He's hoping to put all the critics to shame and shut them all down by getting another victory and showing that he can hold these drivers off. He's got 4 hungry drivers trying to take this win tonight. Jeffrey Lynn, Eric DeMax, Cody Lamas, 3 drivers that usually doesn't contest the win all that much. Ryan Acosta the same way, but Jeffrey Lynn trying to make something happen. He has been entering high, trying to get a better exit on Acosta. Remember, Ryan Griffin won this race by going to the high side. Jeffrey Lynn's doing the same thing, trying to get a run on Ryan Acosta. He goes high and then tries to get a big run. Brandon Morris and Bobby Jones, they could play a factor. Can Eric DeMax get a strike on these guys? It's time to go, and it's right now. There's Jeffrey Lynn trying to pounce. Here comes Jeffrey Lynn. Ryan Acosta tries to throw a block. Not gonna happen. Jeffrey Lynn's to the inside, but Bobby Jones is there. Ryan Acosta on his door. Who's gonna get this victory? DeMax is there. Lamas is there. Weeks, they're all on top of each other. Final corners. Jeffrey Lynn, Ryan Acosta side by side. Off turn 4. To the line, Jeffrey Lynn wins the winner. Lynn took it. Jeffrey Lynn, 7th career victory, and Horizon Group goes back to victory lane. Jeffrey Lynn wins at Richmond. Jeffrey Lynn pays back Horizon Group for a lost win in the final laps at Martinsville in 2019. To get them the win tonight here at Richmond with a last lap pass on Ryan Acosta. Jeffrey Lynn has lost races before to lap cars, and tonight You can possibly say he maybe took advantage of those lap cars and got the victory. Incredible. This is a replay. Jeffrey Lynn was working that high side, trying to get a run on Ryan Acosta. This is coming to take the white flag. And I am just amazed. Look at all 5 of them, all the way back to Dejon Weeks, within a second of each other. Brandon Morris held up Acosta enough, and Lynn was sideways off turn 4 to try and get the traction down, because he knew that was his one chance, and they were side by side. Morris in the way just a little bit, but Bobby Jones, you didn't know what was going to happen in a turn 3. Acosta trying to get the run on the high side. Lynn was there, but Acosta digging hard on the outside, but was not enough. Wow. Jeffrey Lynn, that move on the front straightaway to dig as hard as he could to take that away. What a finish. Jeffrey Lynn wins over Ryan Acosta, Eric DeMax, Cody Lamas, Dejon Weeks. Top 5 drivers within half a second of each other. Top 6 drivers within 1 second. How close do you want them? They were on top of each other at the end of that one. Luke Martin, how about that? Rebounded. 7th place. That is the kind of runs you need when your car just is not there for you. DJ Curtis there in 8th. Jesse Turner and James Shelley, another good run for him tonight. Lynn, Acosta, DeMax, Lamas, Weeks, Young, they were all so close tonight. What a finish they put on. That's your top 10. Let's get you to the rest of the finishing results and the standings after round 8.